Now from the Weather Tracker TV Storm Studios, this is your weather today. Here's Chief Meteorologist William Cole.
All right, well, here we go. TGIF, everyone, heading right on into the weekend. Hopefully your Friday is at least off to a good start. Weather-wise, no real complaints. It was a cool morning out there, but we're really going to turn the corner again fairly quickly as we get into the afternoon, forecasting a high right around 90. By lunchtime, we will be in the mid-70s, but the bigger story today and into the weekend, it is going to be that North Texas wind machine, something we have not talked about much lately. In fact, the winds have not been a big deal, but beginning today with the southwesterly wind gusting up around 20, that's just kind of a taste of things to come, because I tell you what, as we go through the weekend, winds may easily be gusting over 30 miles per hour, and unfortunately with that, the fire danger will be building heading into the weekend as well. More on that coming up. But this is where we started the morning. These were those cool morning lows I was talking about. In fact, in some locations like Graham, it was a chilly start to the morning. They were down to 41 degrees, even Denton 41. Meanwhile, officially a DFW right around 51, again out the door earlier this morning. So as we look at the overall setup, again, a couple things going on. So number one, the big storm system that we've been tracking all week long continues on the eastern seaboard. That storm system is beginning to pull away, and what that's going to do, it's going to begin to open the barn door now for our next storm system to arrive. And I tell you what, this is a very powerful system. This will be arriving for this upcoming Monday. Take a look at this jet stream flow coming into the Pacific Northwest. Folks up in Washington, the state of Washington today, are just going to be pounded by heavy rain and higher elevation snow. And some locations up here in the Pacific Northwest, some of the ski parks are going to be picking up their first snow of the season, but some of those locations could easily pick up 6 to nearly 12 inches of higher elevation snow. So that's a really big deal, especially this early in the season. But let's time out this system. This is what I'm talking about. You can see the storm trough developing. Of course, this is as we go through the weekend, but take a look at this. As we get into Monday, here comes that storm system. It's got a red line center line track directly towards North Texas, but also look at the jet stream flow, the darker blues and the pink showing up there. That is an energizing and maximizing jet stream flow, and we'll look where that goes, directly across North Texas. So again, yes, the opportunity of rain and storms is increasing on Monday. The opportunity of heavy rain is also going to be there. The thing that we have a bit of a question mark on, it's the opportunity of severe weather. While most of the data is not necessarily suggesting severe weather, the fact that the jet stream is energizing there, and climatologically speaking, typically when we get these systems through this time of year, we do typically have severe weather associated with those. So again, even though right now severe weather not necessarily being highlighted, I would stay plugged into the forecast for sure, because as we get closer to Monday, not impossible that again we do have some severe weather with this activity. But here's a look at the model. Now keep in mind, this is not necessarily the high res data yet. We're too far out, but this is a global model, so just kind of giving you a sneak peek of what it could look like. But notice it appears as though we're going to have 2 rounds here, right? So as we go through the middle to end part of Monday afternoon, there's round 1. There's a secondary round directly behind it, and then we may even still have a few showers around early Tuesday morning as well. So again, the bottom line is Monday looks wet, and again, even in the parts of Tuesday, it looks damp on Tuesday, but Tuesday will also be sharply cooler with high temperatures only in the 60s. Behind this weather maker. So quickly here, the rainfall projections. Again, how much could you see in your backyard? Again, right now this isn't necessarily the high res data, right? It's too far out, but this is essentially a broad brush, right around an inch could be fairly common. Our western counties into the metroplex, and then again you can see our friends in our eastern counties, possibly 1 to, well, maybe even 2 inches again out there. So something we'll be tracking as we go forward in time. Otherwise, the other big story, like I mentioned, heading into the weekend, unfortunately, it is going to be fire danger. Something else we have not talked about much recently, but essentially from the 35 corridor locations off to the west, it's going to be windy, it's going to be hot, and again, the humidity is going to be dropping as well. So please do keep that in mind. Any outdoor burning would be discouraged, especially in our western counties. It's the last weekend of the fair. It's going to be a hot one. It's going to be a windy one, but again, we do remain dry through the weekend. Upper 80s to right around 90 today. Again, overnight lows back down into the 60s, so it will be a cool start to your Saturday, and then simply put 90 to even some lower 90s in our western counties as we go through your Saturday. So again, the weekend looks dry, hot, and windy. Best way to describe it. Then as we get into early next week, there's that opportunity of rain and storms turning cooler though as we get into Tuesday, and that cooler pattern continues through most of next week.